I talk about survival mode, and that's the place where we end up after trauma, pre-healing.
Mhm.
And healing is a never-ending journey. So like you could have already started your healing journey, but you just haven't taken ownership of your space yet, right?
Yeah.
Whenever I talk about exiting survival mode, I'd say it happens in three phases. The first phase is self-awareness. We can't change what we can't see. And I think a lot of us just really had to get honest about where we
Mhm.
are in our lives, right? We had to get honest that we're not moving forward, that we are stagnant, that we want something more, and are willing to change the way that we're showing up in the world so that we can have change in our lives, right? Like, and I think this is
Mhm.
a very important point. Change does not occur until your willingness to stay the same is less than your willingness to change. And
Mhm.
oftentimes we find ourselves in places where we say, I want something different,
Yeah.
but we're not willing to change our patterns, our habits, and our behaviors in order to make that happen.
Mhm.
And it goes back to ownership, right? Like in order for you to see change in your life, you have to change something in your life. So that
Mhm.
part, self-awareness, getting clear on what needs to change and then start taking action. Second phase, I believe, is reprogramming. We have to challenge the narratives that we hold. Most people don't recognize that we recycle 95% of our thoughts every day. So if in 2020, I'm thinking something and I do nothing to change that thought, in 2025, I'm still thinking that. So
Yes.
reprogramming is challenging your narratives, challenging your beliefs. Often it comes down to challenging the conditioning that you grew up in, right? Challenging the cultural expectations that you have, right? Like I'm going to speak because you and I are both Black women. I
Mhm.
know that if I say to you, we have to work twice as hard, you can finish the sentence, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
90% of us have been conditioned to work twice as hard for half as much.
Yeah.
And so reprogramming is going in there and challenging the beliefs, challenging, like I had to challenge the fact that I believed that I was a victim. I had to challenge the fact that I thought that love had to come from outwards or validation had to come from outwards, not inwards, right?